Let's talk about what money is really for. So many of us chase it to be seen, to feel important, or maybe to prove something to someone. But here's the quiet truth. Money was never meant to impress anyone. It was meant to remove pressure from your life.
And this idea right here, this is the foundation for everything we're about to cover. This isn't really about getting rich in the way we usually think about it. It's about understanding what true wealth actually gives you. And as we're about to see, the answer has almost nothing to do with what other people think.
So how did we get so far off track? How did this tool that's supposed to create freedom turn into a competition for social standing? Well, it kind of happened slowly, as our lives became more public and our personal finances turned into a sort of public scoreboard.
It started subtly, right? We look at our neighbor's new car or our friend's vacation photos on social media, our colleague's new watch, and we just started, measuring our own success against what we could see of theirs.
And that quiet little comparison, it morphed into a full-blown race. Suddenly, it wasn't enough to just keep up anymore. The goal became to get ahead, to have the nicer car, the bigger house, the more exclusive brand. Money stopped being about security, and it started being about winning. And that brings us to where so many of us are today. Our spending has become our identity. We use the things we buy to signal who we are, or more accurately, who we want the world to think we are. Cars aren't just cars, they're signals. Houses become statements, and pretty much every purchase is part of this bigger performance.
And this, right here, illustrates the trap perfectly. The financial writer Morgan Housel points this out. This deep need to show off your wealth through spending is literally the most effective way to destroy it. The more your money is used to impress other people, the less of it you actually get to keep.
What's really fascinating is the social cost of all this. There's some research that reveals what's called a status signals paradox. While people think flashing high-status items will make them more appealing, it often just backfires. Potential new friends can be put off, seeing that person as less relatable. So the performance not only drains your bank account, it can actually end up isolating you.
Okay, so if status is the wrong prize, then what's the right one? What is the actual goal of building wealth? Turns out it's not about buying more things, it's about buying something way, way more valuable.
So let's start with a really clear definition from the investor Naval Ravikant. This is so crucial. Wealth isn't just your paycheck. It's not just the money in your account. Wealth is the factory, the investments, the computer program. It's the assets that are working for you even when you aren't. Money is just how we move wealth around, but it isn't wealth itself.
This is the real prize. Real wealth gives you control, especially over your time, which is your most precious, finite resource. It's the ability to handle a surprise car repair without panicking. It's the freedom to walk away from a job that's crushing your soul. It's the peace that comes from having a buffer between you and the chaos of the world. Freedom doesn't announce itself with a loud engine. It shows up as less stress, not more attention.
This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? This is the ultimate dividend that wealth pays out. It's not admiration, it's not luxury goods, it's autonomy. It's that quiet confidence to just own your day every single day.
This brings us to a really critical distinction that I think most people miss. Being rich and being wealthy, they are not the same thing. One is totally visible to the world, and the other, well, it's often completely hidden from view.
Let's just break this down. Being rich is all about having a high current income. It's what you see, the expensive car, the designer clothes, and it's often fueled by a desire to be admired. But being wealthy, that's about what you don't see. It's the money that hasn't been spent yet. It's the savings and the investments that are just quietly compounding in the background. The wealthy aren't looking for admiration. What they truly value is freedom and having options.
So here's the most important point. Wealth is what you don't use. It's the flexibility, the optionality that you hold on to. I mean, think about it. A super high income with zero savings is incredibly fragile. But a modest income with a really high savings rate, that creates a foundation of freedom that no amount of flashy spending can ever replicate.
All right, let's bring all this together. If we've been chasing the wrong prize, if we've been playing the wrong game this whole time, then what should our actual financial goal be?
It's a question that's really worth pausing on for a second. If it's not about the bigger house or the faster car, then what have we all been working for all this time?
You see, the goal was never about getting rich quick. It was always about understanding money as a tool. It wasn't about beating other people, but about removing financial fear from your own life. And it was never about endlessly optimizing every last penny for returns, but simply about reclaiming your time, reclaiming your life.
Money was the subject, sure, but freedom was always the goal.
And that is the ultimate takeaway. If your money gives you choices, if it reduces the pressure you feel, if it protects your peace of mind, then you're already wealthy, even if the number in your bank account isn't huge. Because the real prize was never the applause from the crowd. It was always about the quiet freedom to walk your own path.
So I'll just leave you with this final thought. Focus on building quietly, not on performing loudly. Prioritize your peace above all else, because at the end of the day, that is the only return on investment that truly, truly matters.